Hi guys, I love new look of Godot. It's so slick. Godot now looks like some cool guy, you know. They say that suits do not make you a man, but in this case I think that is wrong. This new look of Godot is so slick, it's so compact. I just love it. It's very easy to understand, and for this new look for Godot I will give it 10 out of 10. I was able to update my game to 4.6 with zero problems. And I saw some people are complaining that they experience some problems, and I think that's a developer mistake, because I always told you, and the best advice for new people is make separate systems that can work on their own in Godot, and let this system communicate between itself by signals. And this simplicity is the best advantages of Godot, because Godot is so easy, it's so lightweight, it can run on hamster wheels on any PC, and you can just click here on script and write your code and make stuff easy, and file manager and everything. And that's the real advantage of Godot. Let's now test the speed of Godot. This is my game, and let's see how much it takes to load. So it took just a couple of seconds, and my game is pretty big, and you see the speed of development, the speed of engine. If you are for it, then Godot is really nice space for you. And what's the main disadvantages for Godot? And I mean just for 3D, because in 2D, for 2D games you have everything. But main problem for me in 3D, I'm just talking about 3D, is mesh instancing, because you are limiting how you have multi-mesh 3D, but is too limited. And I will show you in other engine how that it's very simple, very easy to do. And another problem is like Godot in 3D missing like a lot of features. And one big problem that people are usually against is like when you have these effects. It's like shaders compilation. First time when people load your game, if you have a lot of these particles effects custom, they will first time when they experience it will like freeze their PC on like 2 seconds, and after that everything will be fine. You cannot see that because you are always using Godot, and your PC is accustomed on that effects, and you need that shader compilation. And I when I updated my game to 4.6, when first time I loaded this scene, I experienced that with just one effect. So that is also the big problem. And the other problem is like Godot render. You see, if I see this rectangle in background, if I just see a corner of it, Godot will render the whole thing. You know, other engine renders just triangles that you see. So if I put this mesh 100 meters below the ground and just see little bit, it will render the whole thing, and that's one of the problems Godot, and they need to solve that ASAP. Okay, let's go now in Unreal. Let's see how much it takes for Unreal to load my project. My project is like bare bone. And we are starting now. And now it's done, it's loaded. Unreal, it's not like Godot, it's not like lightweighted, it's very hard engine for your PC, because Unreal always try to run 120 FPS all the time, like one big sport game. So first what I do, when I open Unreal, I type and this put my frame on limit my frame to 30 FPS. And you now you see like advantages of Unreal. It's very easy to make a good looking game, and that's because of this. And this, for me, this is like materials in Unreal. This is like one of big advantages in Unreal. Very big advantages. You have these nodes like in Blender, where you can make whatever you want for terrain, for every single mesh, and that's like one big plus for Unreal. Now let's talk about the look of Unreal. On first sight, you think like the new look of Godot is the same like Unreal, but it's not. For me, Godot looks like a cool guy, and guy that I want to hang out. And Unreal, on first look, it look like some I don't know, some type of guys that I do not like. They are like full of itself and drives like all blackout BMW, and I don't know. Maybe on first look he want to seem like cool guy, but I don't know. He's like just full of himself. It's like vain. That's the good word for it. Some vain guy. And everything in Unreal, it's like when you start working with it, you do not have enough space. You have too much options. You do not have space, and everything is cramped. That's in one hand, that's the good, that you have too much options, but you do not have space. You need to have at least two, 3 monitors. I don't know. For that reason, I'm giving Unreal, I don't know, 8 out of 10. One of for new people in Unreal like me, one of biggest problem in Godot, people who want to build games in code in C++, it's like you do not have enough tutorials on YouTube or about C++ in Unreal. Like 90% tutorials are in blueprints, and in Unreal you need to work in C++ if you want any in blueprints, but you can work just in blueprints. So that's one of issue in Unreal, not enough tutorials. If I did not have I don't know, AI in this time, I don't know how I would learn Unreal. But on the other hand, in Unreal you have every single tool on your disposal that you can wish for in 3D games. And I can tell you that making UI in Unreal is more simple than in Godot. In Godot, when you are making UI, you can like fast get entangled with how much nesting there are in UI. It's for some simple, I don't know, inventory system. If you just want to make a simple inventory in Godot, you will have 100 nodes. But I will show you some video how very Unreal approach with UI. It's very better than Godot. And there is one thing that I hate about Unreal and people who are working in Unreal. It's in C++, and basically in all programming. That's like in my life I told like artists are very vain, but I don't know, programmers are more vain than artists. I hate the fact that people who are working in Unreal and C++ think about self they are, I don't know, greater than other people and everything, and C++ is harder than other languages like GDScript, and that's not the case. That's the lie, because that was invented by people who want for you to think that C++ is harder. I'm starting to work very hard in C++, and I can tell you, if you can program in GDScript, you can easily program in every language, and if you know any language, it does not matter. Everything is the same in any language. You need to learn basics, and that's all. So if you are working in Godot, in, I don't know, in Unreal, maybe in Unity, I don't like the company policy of Unity, that of pricing and everything. So it do not matter. Don't let the people. That's the reason in life. Don't let people put you down if you are working in Godot. It really doesn't matter. And do not think C++ is hard. It's not. And I learned in I learned 5 languages. Everything in every single is C. Start, and whatever you learn, do you work? I don't know, training, everything in life that you are starting. Start is hard, and then after you learn, it becomes routine. So don't listen to people. That's my message for everybody. And remember, making game is hard. If you can find another person who can work with you, and making good games, remember, it to take. Don't listen to people. You can make games in 2 months. Who can make in months? You can make, I don't know, in month you can make a game that now AI can make in, I don't know, in 5 minutes. So I don't know, I'm just thinking about this stuff, and that's something that I hate about Unreal and people around it. And point of this video, that Godot now it's a better looking engine than Unreal, and I like the look very much. So that will be everything for this video. Thank you. Please leave comment, like, and subscribe.